Hey, Todd here, and welcome to another Acme Machining. The fun thing about being in a machine shop is you don't know what's coming in the door next. So, neighborhood kid wanted, says this thing is 2 inches too long for him. So what we're going to do is we're going to shorten it up. He thought I'd have to cut it in half and weld it together, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to move this here 2 inches ahead, going to move this hole 2 inches ahead, and I'm going to cut out this slot 2 inches ahead. So we're going to have some fun, do something a little different today. So I had to get my big spacer blocks, or my press blocks, and because this is contoured in here, and I couldn't just grab it here because it wanted to tilt forward or backwards too easily. So what I'm going to start with is this rear axle hole is just a 3/8 hole. So I'm going to move in here. And just get centered up over this hole. Doesn't need to be too dead on. Okay, got the quill stop out of the way. Got the phase converter running. Zero my X. Two inches on the DRO. There's the easy part done. So we move the axle ahead 2 inches, and now I've got to get creative with the vise, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some blocking under the vise to get it up, because this neck has to be off the mill table. So I'd rather work off the end of the vise or block the vise up. So I'll bring you back once I get the vise elevated. Okay, so I got it set up on my big blocks here. Not my biggest blocks, but bigger blocks. They're heavy. Drop one on your toe, you'll say they're big. And I've lined up this hole. The headstock does have clearance. I can easily slip my T-slot cleaner under there, so I'm in the hole, turn that on, zero my X again. And we're at 2 inches. I'm just going part way through on this one. There. The easy part's done. The holes are drilled. So, gonna switch out to an end mill, and I'll bring you back when I get to an end mill set up in the machine here. Okay, so this slot is 1 1/16. Imagine that. It's actually about 3 thou less, but that's not a big deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just moving my x-axis right here. Call that 0. Roll this down slow, lock it in, 0 on my X. I'm just walking ahead till I hit 2 inches. And there we go. Thing makes a lot of noise because it's looks to be only about 50 thou thick. It's aluminum. It's hollow. So yeah, it's going to scream and shout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll bring you around here the other side. And maybe you can see what I'm setting up. Maybe not. We'll see. Surprise, surprise. It's larger on, well, this is the top, but the bottom edge is larger, so I'm going to have to flip it over and do that. But first what I want to do is I want to do this little bit of a cutout here. And that little bit of a cutout is 1.25 inches. So I'm going to get set up to do that, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I just left my 1 1/16 cutter in here, and I'm just cutting, touching the very front edge here. So I'm going to call this 0 on X again. I'll lock this down, and what I've done is I've gone that way, 85 thou, and that put me just touching the edge. So I'll go 2 inches, then I'll bring the piece back until I'm, right now it's saying negative 85 thou. I'll bring it the other way until it's positive 85 thou, and then I'll take it and get it backed out the other side. So it may be noisy because it's hollow aluminum, but here we go. Get this thing in gear first. Okay, now go across the other side. Bring it back out this way. I'm not going to worry about this little flared edge, because once he gets the wheel, that there will stand off real quick. And voila, we've got the groove in the bottom. So I'm going to flip this over off camera. I'll deburr that a little bit so I'm not cutting my delicate fingers. And then we'll bring you back when we get it mounted up for the other side. So now I'm sticking with my 1 1/16. I'll just move it over sideways as necessary. And I don't know if you guys could hear that over the phase converter, but that is just touching that front edge. So I'll get this in gear. We'll call that 0. We're going to start it up and we're going to mow ahead 2 inches. Walk my Y in slowly until we hear that. There's a little bit different ramp here, so I'm going to call that 0 now. And I'm walking in my 2 inches. Just going to go 133 thou the other way. the back here. And that'll dress up for the fall so quick. Don't even know if they'll want it. You might just want to radius it off. So. Okay, now I gotta cut this off. I'm just gonna throw it in the bandsaw and cut 2 inches of this off, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna set it up and I'm gonna do these. So get a nice cut on those. See you in a bit. Okay, folks, I was gonna cut this off, but then I decided I'd get this angle put in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this angle, rather than getting into all kinds of crazy math that everybody hates, is I am just looking at the fact that this angle ends right here. So I am just going to come ahead 2 inches from that spot right there, and I'm going to come in here and take it that way. And then I'll square it up and match it for the other side. So, got my big blocks in there so I can hold that again. And we're going to make some noise. Actually, what I can do is I can lock my quill. And I can come up until I hear some noise. Now I am going to call this Z0. Yeah, I'm going to get my head in the way. Sorry, folks. We have touch off right there on that mark, so just going to start cranking her in by hand. I'm going to have to bring that volume way down for you folks. There's our first side. So, noisy, but it went well. So, flip it over and I'll bring you back. Okay, we're set up here for the other side. And I've zeroed out my Z. And I'm just going to start up and I'm going to bring her over, and I was 0.547. Sort of my head's getting in the way. There we are. Lock the knee down for this one. And watch your ears, folks. The bandsaw will take care of the rest of that a lot quieter. So. There. Now, I marked the first side, and then I just used my Z-axis to do the second. But I've got my square sitting right there. Bring it down to the start of that. Rotate it over. And there's the start of that one. So we're within like an eighth of an inch of anything, and this here's all dented up, so it's hard to tell if I got square or not. But try the other side. So we're on there. Hey, look at there. Tried the other side. Yeah, I'm just bringing it down to the edge of where we started. And there's the edge of where we started. So, 1, 2. So, concentric. That's the main thing. Just got to lop the end off of this with the bandsaw. Well, there you go, folks. Got the little scooter body done for the, well, it's one of my customer's sons, so he wanted it a little shorter, so we shorten it up 2 inches. So that should do them up. And we even put a Go Fast sticker on there for them, so that should make it work a whole lot better. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and have a nice day.